Stop.
This is 2OF Entertainment.
You know, I've noticed it says we're going to have guests, and I haven't seen any guests.
Well, what can I say? What can I say? I mean, I would just like I'd like to sort of start the show just by this one remark.
Wow,
that's all I got to say, and that's for all the people. That's for all the people who said, "Thank God you're all going to die." Because the world's coming to an end and we don't have to watch this crap anymore.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's why, because the world didn't come to an end.
That's right. So to all those people who didn't want us to be back on again.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. And so our fan, we want to thank our fan for watching. So there you go. Yeah. I like we just do this for the one people. Yeah,
I might even need a fan pretty soon because we're in the middle of a heat wave. So
what is it? 25 Celsius?
No, yesterday was 25 Celsius. It could be. It could be 29 today. Could be.
Wow. So for the people in America that can't do math, that is 88 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So
and we've got, and I think it's going to be okay for like a day and a half, and then it's going to rain at the weekend. Hey, happy days. But this is probably the result of the world not coming to an end.
Which I have to write that down. Let me write that down. World did not come to an end.
Yeah, because as you know, Stephen, I was a great supporter of the new Nostradamus.
Yes.
To the extent that I put him, he was actually on the Knobby news feed for 2 consecutive weeks. Yes. You were slightly less enthusiastic about him, and he's let the side down, because I was ready to go.
I have a question about this new Nostradamus guy. Have we whatchamacallit with him? Have we reached out to him and said, "Listen, scam boy. New Nostradamus. Do you want to come on our show and tell us how stupid you are?"
Didn't think it was worth it because I thought we only had a couple of days last week.
But now that we don't, do we want to bring him on the show and say, because you're wrong, would you like to come on the show and tell everybody why you're a loser? I mean, why you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we'll just bring him on and roast him. But hey, we've got
awesome.
There are more important things to life, and that is the No Snobs or Knobs magazine show. And let's get straight into it with a little bit of positivity. You don't have to answer the question now, as you know. You can answer it at the end of the show. So as this week, start off with what are we going to start off with? Let's have a look. We go now. Yeah, now we lost it again. Now, so it's going really well here today. We'll start it off with this week's. Oh, here we go. It's all.
There we go. Oh, we should bring this in. Sorry, that's on me probably. Bananas are a type of fruit, a type of vegetable, or a berry. Well, first of all, are you doing this because of Pride Week, Pride Month? It's type of fruit, or a berry, or a vegetable.
No.
I'm going to go. I think bananas are a fruit, but I'm assuming it's probably a vegetable or a berry. But if I'm not mistaken, bananas are a fruit. I'm just saying.
Okay, well there you go.
Bananas are a fruit.
That's so we'll bank that one.
We'll bank that one for later. Okay.
Yeah. So what next? Are we ranting?
We can if you want. Do you have a rant? Are you annoyed at something this week, or are you happy?
No. I as you know, I've been collecting all these rants that people have been sending to us. So this is what seems to be making people, sleepless, I suppose.
Okay. Oh wait, we got to bring it.
There we go.
Okay. The mystery of missing socks. Can I tell you that bothers me? Mystery of missing socks bothers me because I don't know how that works. Missing socks.
Let's go straight into that one then.
All right. Well, I mean, no, the mystery of missing socks. Think about it. I remember I moved into this new place. Let's just read the whole thing. This mystery of missing socks. Why is it that every time I do a laundry, David does laundry? That's cool. At least one sock disappears. There is a black hole in my washing machine. I know some girls with those. A sock thief. I'm tired of mismatching socks and living in constant fear of sock loss.
I mean, it's a medical issue, isn't it? Sock loss. I mean,
I think so.
You need therapy for that.
I think you do. Well, you need therapy for a lot, and that's just one of them. Sock law, but missing socks. I remember I moved into this new place, threw my socks in, right? Like 10 pair, and 9.5 pair came out.
Yeah.
And I looked all the way around, could not find it. And to this day, it's still a mystery. So yes, the mystery of missing socks is definitely, I think that's a good rant. It is crazy. I think that the sock company and the laundry machine companies have things in together. Yeah. I think they've got a thing going on.
There is a conspiracy that goes with this, and the other one is
the missing socks conspiracy.
Missing spot, because not only are there, I mean, I just chose this one because it's particularly close to my ankles. But the other one, of course, is the mystery of the missing biro. You know, buy one, put it on your desk, never see it again, gone forever. Where does that go? Is it a thief?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
A ballpoint pen. They just disappear.
I don't know. Yeah, it's right here on my desk.
Well, that's what's happened to mine. And the other one, of course, is this. In the time when I was a cigarette smoker, you'd have a cigarette lighter, and that would disappear.
My cigar lighters are right there, right in front of me.
Yeah. So
mine don't disappear.
Yeah. Well,
I have those problems.
It would appear, Stephen, that you are the world's ballpoint pen stealer.
Well, I don't use ballpoint pens. Ballpoint pens are for poor people. I use a fountain pen. I like the nib and the way that it writes. And here, I like this. I like a beautiful fountain pen. And that's
it. Yes, but we're talking about normal people here, not people like yourself. So
why?
But there you go. That's this week's rant. I don't know if you have your own particular small rant.
Well, I want to get into this. I want to get into this why people don't use fountain pens. I love a good fountain pen. I've got this. I got a collection. I have a fountain pen from 1923 that just is beautiful. It's gold, and I just look at it and touch it and roll naked on the floor with it. It's with the nib because I like my nib. And who doesn't like a good nib? Anyway, I like that stuff. I'm really old school. Why do people use? Wait a minute. I have one of these. I have this. I give this to people when they come into my office and they want to sign or write something. I'm like, here, you can use this.
Because if not, of course,
my Mont Blanc.
Yeah, and it went back up. It went back up the mountain. I know, and you never saw it.
Yeah, it was the joke. I got it. My Mont Blanc I got when I got to be 100 years ago. I did a deal and they gave everybody beautiful Mont Blancs, and I had it for 10 years. And someone said, can I borrow your pen to sign something? And I said, sure. Last I ever saw of it. So then I was like, you know what? I like fountain pens because I've been using them. I went to fountain pens. When someone says, can I borrow your pen? I'm like, no. And they look at me. I'm like, you don't know how to write with a fountain pen because you're a Neanderthal. So here's a pen. And I don't care if they steal it because they buy cheap pens for people to steal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just a little anecdote regarding
anecdote. We have an anecdote. Oh, how excited!
Yeah. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin.
Do you know where your children are?
Yeah. Well, the CEO from Ryanair has famously said, they would never ever buy any. Michael O'Leary would never buy any ballpoint pens for anybody in the office, because he said if you ever needed a pen, all you had to do was go to any hotel or anywhere or any exhibition show, and they give them to you for free. So why would I want to buy them and give them to my staff? So that's why he never bought any ever. So there you go.
Really?
Yeah.
He's the same guy that wanted to charge you to go to the bathroom on the plane. He's also the same guy that wants to charge people to, he wants to try like on short flights, have people stand up because you can get more passengers in, like
That's
a 19
right.
euro
That's right.
fare or something. Yeah, I've read all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a fascinating guy.
He's absolutely fascinating. I mean, and he said, "Well, I took the newspapers off because it's all weight. Why would I, you know?"
Hey, why don't we get him on the show?
I'd love to have him on because he loves the BBC. So he has, and the British government always got nice things to say about both. So he's
you should reach out to his people and say, listen, and you know what? If you doesn't want to come on this show, like I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to come on this show. He should come on Lost Dollar Business Club.
Yeah.
He can come on that show. Maybe he likes this show. Maybe he watches it and we don't even know it.
Yeah. Well, if he is watching, he is watching, then he needs to prepare himself for the upcoming.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
You do realize, of course, that you almost solved the centuries old problem of poverty and on the planet by making a one sweeping statement last week that said, "I've got nothing on that. I've got nothing on that." So.
Oh, you mean the AI figure? Yes, I had nothing on that AI figure.
Yeah.
This one I actually like. This one is very cool.
Oh wow. Yeah. So that's the first time that we've had a cool one.
A cool one, yeah. Last week was crap. I mean, that was just I got nothing. I had nothing last week. That was just junk. I was like, I use it to light my bum.
So which Jewish uncle does this one remind you of, or Italian neighbor, or?
This is like, this almost looks like one of my Italian friends saying, "Let's go eat. Let's go. You gotta go mangia." This is what this reminds me of. This is very cute.
Yeah,
I like this one. This is cute.
It gives a whole new meaning to the word draw dropping.
Right, it's a dropping experience.
Yeah,
he had
jaw
3 boobs. Boom. There you go. So there you have it. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's a great picture.
Either that, if he's actually discovered that you have a wallet, Stephen, maybe that's the thing that's affected him.
Well, that's like most of my friends when they discover it, and I'm like, oh God, now they know we have to. They can't be my friend anymore. I have to get rid of them. So I like to keep listen. I think we keep a low key lifestyle. I don't try to flaunt anything.
Yeah,
so, except people bump into me around the globe and they find out, which sucks. So and nobody watches the show, so it doesn't really matter. So we're good.
Yeah.
So so I'm good there. So
okay. Well, no shorts this week out of that one then, because
I'm sorry again. I got nothing for you on that one. I'm still going. I'm still figuring out the missing socks and fountain pens over pens. Like what like a ballpoint pen over a fountain pen. I still understand why people don't use fountain pens.
But the thing about fountain pens was, if you use one consistently,
there you go.
It's easy for you to say. Then the nib of the pen actually gets almost slightly formed into the way that you pressure it on the page. So if you try and write with somebody else's pen, it doesn't.
But here's the cool thing. You have to change your nib out every few years. Like I think the nib on the pen that I showed is like a 24 karat.
I had the same prescription from my doctor.
So he told. Well, that's all another thing for you. Yes.
Yeah.
And then I have another pen that somebody gave me at a conference, a Ferrari fountain pen.
Oh, you're such a name dropper.
Let me pick that. In fact, let me pick it up for you. No. And I got to tell you that I got this one. Where's there? I like this one better because it has weight to it. The Ferrari one is very nice. It was a gift. But it does okay, but that one has some weight to it, and I like it. And it's the old-fashioned refill where you dip the nib in and you twist the nib, and it sucks everything out. And I've shown this to many girls. And I go, you should learn from this. And it sucks everything out, and then it's perfect. Where the Ferrari comes in a cartridge, you slap the cartridge in, and it pops, and then you're done. So I was like, it is what it is.
Yeah, what can I say? I mean,
rich people problems. I got it.
Yeah. I mean,
First world problems. I understand.
I'm just still astonished that you didn't know what a biro was. But there you go.
Biro. Is that a UK thing, because I don't think.
No, they're actually. I think the ballpoint pens. I know they were used early in the war because they were using fountain pens, but they were flying airplanes higher and higher, and the navigators couldn't. The bladder inside the pen. Yeah, and I think it was. I may be wrong, but I may be a Monsieur Biro. I know there is a Biro company which is a Biro. They call them a Biro Bic. I think they're called now, which is a big French company. So
there was a commercial when I was a kid, and they took out a big ballpoint pen, and they were very proud that it wrote in space. I remember the commercial. One of the astronauts is like, "Look, I'm using a big ballpoint pen," and he scribbled in space. And I guess to your point, I guess that would be a problem as the planes fly higher and higher and higher and whatever.
Yeah.
Or the pilots fly higher and higher, and the planes stay grounded. I guess so.
Yeah. Well, but as time moves on, and now just because everybody can't wait for this segment of the show,
is this going to be the 6 idiots of the week?
No, this is what everybody's been waiting for.
6 idiots of the week. World's longest hat toss. Are we serious?
Yep. This is what happened on this day. This is Hollywood Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever.
No, this is correct. Though this is tomorrow is the day this airs. Is the 26th, David. So that's tomorrow.
Correct. Tomorrow is the 26th. Today,
right. Today is the 26th, David.
Oh, Hollywood 26. Oh,
yeah, Hollywood 26.
So I thought there was a massive amount to choose from, but this one, anybody that can toss that amount, does that make him a big tosser? I wonder.
I think so.
But then you go, yeah. So there you go. Who was measuring it, and why did they bother? Why did he just all of a sudden?
This sounds like the idiot from Idaho. All of a sudden, okay. The world's longest hat toss was in 2014 on this date, June 26. On June 26, 2024, in celebration of his graduation, Matt Jones of Canada. Well, that says it all. A Canadian, set the world's record in the longest hat toss. He threw his graduating cap a distance of 36.8 meters, which is 120 feet. Wow. They can't be 120.7, David. That'd be like 121. But anyways, let's say he 36.8 meters, about 120 feet. Congratulations to you, Mr. Jones. I wonder what he's doing today. I wonder if he owns a haberdashery.
Yeah, already. Yeah, and how is he listed in the Yellow Pages as the world's biggest tosser?
World's longest, the biggest tosser. So with that in Pride Month, I guess he gets a lot of phone calls.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, I'm a tosser. Are you? Yeah. Oh, nice, very good for him.
And so will we. I think. I had to read it twice because I didn't see.
Now I know why that song "Mrs. Jones" is out. Because Matt's a tosser. Now I got it. Okay, good. Matt's a tosser, so Mrs. Jones. All right.
I did have to look twice because I didn't see the word hat. I just saw the world's longest tosser. I thought.
Oh, you got excited about that, huh? Okay.
I thought it might be somebody who's like 6'1" or 6'2" in that sort of region. That's what I thought. Could be.
David, I'm 6'1".
It's really, Stephen. I'm surprised by that. How I didn't know. I'm sorry. You're
talking about something else. Yeah, that's. I'm Jewish. I'm hung like a pimple, pal. So
I was going to apologize, but I don't think I will now. But, there you go.
Good there.
That's happening on this day. That's happening on this day. But there's a lot more stuff going on, as you know. A lot of stuff. Oh my God. So let's get straight into it because let's watch it. People tune in because of the absolute quality of the journalism. On this show.
People tune in? Really?
Yeah. Well, I think what the guy said to me, I tuned on, and dropped out. I think.
Okay, so they do tune in, but then they leave. Got it. Okay, I got to see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I understand.
Okay. So, but this is for everybody on the podcast.
Oh. We got to get better music than this, my friend.
No, it's where we're at, and where are we?
I feel like we're a 50s game show. This week's Knobby News.
Knobby News.
All right, go you to start singing. All right.
With those two handsome guys. Well, one with a bobble hat anyway. He's hot to try.
Wow.
Anyway, okay.
He's something to try
right
out of the nursing home.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Knobby News
Yeah.
with Stephen and David. Hey, I didn't know we were related.
We're just gonna well, you know, was it? Yeah, well, it's a. I think they must have got the you know, the test tubes mixed up. Right. So off we go then. Knobby News. This is this week's number one.
Oh, dude, I can't read that. Are you kidding? UK, what UK regional something women? I do. No, that's so small. You're gonna have to read that one. Good luck.
Okay. It says here then that UK's reigning women's champion, Bethan Hodges, has again been crowned, because she was last year, the world champion of eating stinging nettles. She was given 30. Yeah, I know. She was given 30 minutes to eat as many leaves as possible before the empty stalks were then counted, and she was then crowned Queen of Eating Stinging Nettles.
I don't know what a stinging nettle is.
I don't know what they are in the US. They're the green things, a little bit like marijuana plants. You can't smoke them, but they give you a terrible sting if you fall in them. So it's
a cactus?
No, it's a green plant, and it has the leaves themselves don't have a sting. You can make wine out of it and beer and all sorts of stuff. But the stem itself is covered in this very fine,
like a rose, like a thorn, like a rose.
No, they're soft, and when you reach, if you touch them or reach up to them, they give you a terrible stinging rash, as if you'd be caught by a jellyfish.
Sure, let's go. And you have those in the UK?
We have them all over Europe, stinging nettles.
And so Trixie here decided to eat. I got nothing.
It's sponsored by a cider company, and I listened to her on the radio because I googled afterwards because I couldn't believe it myself. And then she said, "I couldn't feel my hands for a couple of days, but the cider was nice." But
why?
It doesn't.
Do they pay her, or is she just an idiot?
It's a competition.
Once again, do they pay them, or is she an idiot, or is she getting the Guinness World Book of Stupid? I don't get that. I really.
Well, she's crowned world champion, so who knows? Number 2.
I live with a haunted doll possessed by a woman who was killed by her husband, murdered by Billy. Resides in the body of a doll, was purchased by Alice on Etsy for €377 pounds. Haunted dolls are a big business on Etsy and Facebook. What the I'm sorry. One more time, please. So how does she know it's haunted?
Well, because it belonged to this woman that was murdered, and it has her dead spirit in it. That's what. And I was amazed. I thought to myself, this is all clickbait. I mean, why would we have it on our show if it was clickbait, Stephen? I mean, really, come on. But this is huge business, and this stuff goes for thousands and thousands of.
Wait! Stop! So, what prevents me from buying an old doll and telling everybody it's haunted and selling it on Etsy for $1,000?
Well, you have to have a backstory.
I can make a backstory. We have AI. AI can make any AI. We're not even real. AI makes us. We make a backstory.
I sense an air of cynicism here. I do.
An air of cynicism? Oh, yeah. You got the Titanic of cynicism. So let me get this straight. If someone wants to buy because they want to keep a haunted doll in their house. Yeah. This is like Chucky. She's going to come after you with a knife or something, or what's the story?
No. There's another. People collect them because they feel that they have the spirit of somebody or whatever. And
seriously.
There you go. Yeah, seriously.
People have too much time on their hands.
Or too much money. But there you go.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Well, welcome to
other than the chick who other than the chick who ate stingers.
Hey, look, look. I'm sorry, Stephen. I'm not having any of this from you anymore. You just got to, you got to dim it a bit, mate, because this is a serious show we're doing here.
Seriously demented. All right, what do we? I can't read the blue ones, Dave. Sorry about that. I can only read the black.
He's colorblind. I'll do them green next week. Sasha Ferner from Belgium has been given the title of having the world's largest tongue which measures 17 centimeters across, which is
Yeah.
somewhere between a golf ball and a tennis ball in diameter.
Okay.
And some of his many admirers say of him, his wife won in life, and another jested, his girlfriend must be the happiest. But
This
holds
man
the record.
is my idol, just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Every girl you meet would want you to lick her. I love it.
Yeah. Oh well, all of a sudden the news is important, it would seem.
Now this can I tell you, I don't know why this was in the FT, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. This is a real story.
Yeah, but Stephen, it's because it's on No Snobs or Knobs, and where else you're going to get this stuff?
Well, nowhere. But this guy, why can't we have this guy on the show?
Well, we could too. He's a Belgian.
We could have him on the show, and then you could bring this chick from above that and say, listen, see, there's more to life than eating stupid stuff where you have no nummy hand. We got this guy use his tongue on her on the show. She'll have a nummy. There you go. Look at that. Combining the shows. Just trying to help. Maybe we should send her over to social intercourse.
Maybe we should.
Apparently, did you see the girls the last show? They think they're bisexual this week. Maybe we should send the guy with the 87-inch long tongue over there to give him a little licky.
Yeah. Well,
just trying to help.
There you go.
All right. USA animated sitcom The Simpsons is well known for predicting the future throughout its 35-year history. Again, a prediction comes true. This time from the 1990s, as a fisherman in Greenland finds a three-eyed fish, reportedly the result of pollution. Yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
we all know it.
Yeah, evidently that was something to do with nuclear waste on the original show in 1990.
Yep.
And so, hats off to the Simpsons, not only for the fact that they managed to get that, well, really for the crossover marketing. It's more than anything else, because everybody's talking about the Simpsons show, where really the story is about the three-eyed fish. So
here's the best part: the Simpsons don't need any marketing. They've literally been on the show. I remember their first when they were on the Tracy Ullman show, and they started on the Tracy Ullman show as like a 5-minute short for her. Yep. Yeah. But she had a show here, and then they picked it up from the Tracy Ullman show, and then gave them their own whatever. And 80 years later, they're still going strong.
Yeah.
So yes, and by the way, Tracy Ullman show was great. So yes, I agree.
She was. I love Tracy Ullman. A Brit, of course. You
got to be a Jew or a Brit to be funny.
Yeah, on this show you have anyway. Here we go.
We strike out.
Here we go. I'll do it for you. Yodel, which I think is the most stupidest name ever, is like I suppose. UPS or something like that, or United Parcels. They are a UK-based delivery company and had to apologise to a woman after she found the parcel that she'd ordered 2 years ago while she was gardening. She found it in her garden. Yeah. Meg Johnson, age 30, said she was told the package contained in a now decomposed dress had been delivered in 2022, but she could find no trace of it at the time. Miss Johnson at the time said to Yodel, I think somebody may have thrown it over my garden wall. Well, they, of course, denied it all at the time, and now they've had to come clean. Yep, somebody did, in fact, chuck your dress over the garden wall. And evidently that's news.
First of all, if you're going to let a company named Yodel deliver a package, you get what you get. It's full stop.
They've had like a 3 or 4 different morphed their names. It's like saying the Chernobyl gift shop has now become that nice shop on the corner. You know what I mean?
Well, can I tell you, I've been there. It's a very lively place, and you can take home a three-eyed fish. They come in little glow-in-the-dark bowls with glow-in-the-dark water. It's a beautiful place. I mean, you don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah. So
that's how Sasha whatever got his 57-inch long tongue. What are you kidding?
Yeah. I'll tell you. But this next one, it deserves this.
Oh, for sure.
I love that music. Astronauts
will need Astronauts will need space sex robots. Researchers says it's not just because they just because they're randy. Researchers say mechanical robots are perfect, and then virtual assistive space when it comes to solving problems, and they know they could also provide emotional support to astronauts. So basically, we're going to have sex robots in space. That's the name of this show. Sex robots. I'm writing this down. Robots in space. Hold on, for the astronauts. Astronauts. Oh,
and you thought this wasn't a quality show, Stephen? I mean, where else are you going to get this stuff?
Nowhere, I hope. So let me get this. So if you're an astronaut and you can't get laid on the planet Earth, you now get a sex robot that's not only going to be your executive assistant, but it's also going to be your toy.
Yeah, and it's not reflecting anybody who's actually called Randy, which means something different in the US. But it means
horny. Yes, I'm horny. Yeah. But wait. Let me get this. So let me get this straight. If you're a male astronaut, let's just go that way first. And you have sex with your robot, she's going to be like every other woman. Why don't you talk to me? Why don't we cuddle more? Why don't you this? Why did you look at that computer more sexier than you look at me? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of death in space now. I see that. This is not going to go over well. I'm assuming the male robots that have sex with the female astronauts are going to be like every other male. When they're done, they're just going to roll over and go to sleep. So, and then that's fine. Why can't the astronauts just have sex together?
I would imagine also, of course, that that have to be non-binary.
Why?
Well, because you'd have to have them all in separate, lock them up into separate cupboards because they might be doing stuff with each other. But that might just be my fantasy. Who knows?
My God. Sex robots in space. That's your fantasy.
Sex robots in space.
That's your fantasy. Sex robots in space.
Yeah.
You're a sick man, David. I like it. Anyway, so robots having sex in space. Are astronauts having sex with robots in space? That's how we're ending the show today, isn't it?
It's getting that way. It's getting that way. But
so bananas are a fruit.
You're saying they're a fruit,
right? Well, I don't think they're a vegetable or a berry.
Okay. Well,
I could be wrong.
Find out.
Basically, bananas are a berry. No kidding. All right.
Yeah, strawberries are not, but bananas are.
Oh, who knows? All right, very cool. Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna eat a berry later. I mean by berry, I mean like a strawberry, not a berry. Guy named Berry.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the hottest chat up line on the fruit and vegetable section of the supermarket this weekend by a kilometer. Easy.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Easy.
That's funny. I still want to get to these. We're going to talk about these sex robots in space on Lost Dollar. You realize we have to have this discussion on that show. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. We're coming to my favorite feature.
The end. That's too funny. Good.
AI babes.
Okay, let's take a look at the AI. AI base. She was cute. I could see that. Yeah. Sure. That's your sex robot for the astronauts.
Well, I thought she looked like the sort of woman you could keep in the fridge. You know what I mean? And then get her out and put it in the microwave, ding, for 5 minutes. And you think you've had enough, put it back, or in the freezer, had enough, put it back in.
Or you just send her. You can just send her to space for the astronauts who apparently need to get laid.
Yeah. Well, that's. I know that's made your day.
I tell you, I'm going to research this now because I saw an article the other day about this Chinese company that's making life-like robots for people. Yeah. So I'm going to research this. Yeah, no, I want to research now if they're going to really have sex robots for space because I want to become an astronaut.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's I'm all snobbed and knobbed out this week, Stephen. That's me all done.
So, no, I mean, that's terrible, David. I'm so sorry to hear that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to watch, subscribe, and like. The other thing is don't forget the other shows. Lost Dollar Business Club this Saturday. I have Havana Cigar Club on Saturday. We have Vaguely True on Sunday. And next Monday, live Adam on the Eve on Monday morning at about 8 o'clock Eastern time. So if you want to catch Adam, there you go. With a rebroadcast every Tuesday. And we'll be back next Wednesday with God knows what. And thank you for all taking your time out today to watch us and listen to David go over sex robots in space.
Sex robots in space.